These women are currently incarcerated at Henrico County Jail. Denisha Elliott, Santaray Smith, Heather Pushman, and Bobby Joe Lashaway are just a few of the thousands of women in the U.S. experiencing pregnancy from behind bars.
It's really different. I've had a baby here before, so when I had a baby then, back in 18, I think it was, they didn't have doulas, or like you couldn't have anyone in the room with you, so you don't have like emotional or really physical support besides the CO. And
a doula is a woman who provides pregnant women with informational and emotional support before, during, and after childbirth. According to some studies, between 12,000 and 55,000 pregnant women are incarcerated each year. But according to the Marshall Project, government agencies don't even keep track of that number. Agencies also fail to keep track of the amount of incarcerated people who have substance use disorders. The National Institute of Drug Abuse estimates that 65% of incarcerated individuals have or are dealing with substance use disorder. Smith and Pushman both experienced substance use disorders before and during their pregnancies. Many women don't even know they're pregnant when they are being sentenced. Henrico County Jail is one of the few corrections facilities in the U.S. with social services specifically for incarcerated pregnant women. Captain Pamela Dismukes is a co-founder of the program. Activities include parental yoga, teaching about nutrition, and even support at birth.
We set them up with a doula, so when they go to the hospital to have the baby, they're their support system. They're there with them through the entire time, telling them what is going on, what's happening, what to expect.
Social service programs accessible to incarcerated pregnant women have become increasingly important, especially as the entire state of Virginia grapples with the opioid epidemic. Both law enforcement and advocate groups say that one of many areas to improve on is support services for incarcerated mothers who are dealing with drug use disorder. Carly Clements has been struggling with drug use disorder since high school. During her second pregnancy, she was incarcerated. She gave birth shackled to a hospital bed. Per Virginia law, she only got to spend 3 days with her daughter before being separated.
I had my baby, and she was healthy, but she did go through withdrawal for 30 days. There's nothing worse than watching your baby go through something like that, something that you know what it feels like because you've been through it a million times.
Clements says that she had gone to various rehab programs, but says the HARP program at Chesterfield County Jail is the only one that has worked.
Like I've said, I've been to a lot of rehabs, and I've never given it 100% because you can be lazy at these rehabs because they really don't care. It's a money thing, These people here, they actually care. They're not getting anything out of this but helping people.
Chesterfield County Sheriff Carl Leonard began noticing a sharp uptick in inmates with substance use disorder in 2015.
You get clean and sober, we release you when your time is up, send you back into the community, we think we did good, right? But in reality, we did nothing.
The Helping Addicts Recover Progressively program, or HARP, is a multifaceted voluntary program for incarcerated and formerly incarcerated people dealing with substance use disorder.
We got to give everybody, we've had 3,000 people through the program now, we've had to give 3,000 different variations of HARP to get everybody to the final point we want, long-term recovery.
HARP provides participants with dozens of approaches to rehabilitation. Methods include peer-to-peer counseling, trauma therapy, physical therapy, and even making TikTok videos to aid in the recovery process. Chesterfield Jail inmate Victoria Volk is involved with the HARP program. She has substance use disorders while being a mother. Her sentence is coming to an end, and she's coming out of the HARP program. Volk plans on working with other people going through recovery.
I've been the worst of it. I was found. They thought I was dead in a hotel room, and I was brought back to life and didn't even know it. But this is going to be my new career.
I am loved.
I am loved.
Side of the eye, I am enough.
I am enough.
One of the methods of physical therapy being used by HARP is called tapping. Tapping is a method of emotional regulation in which the user taps certain pressure points on their body to relieve stress. You may have seen videos of HARP participants tapping going viral on TikTok.
And it brought out the emotions, and then we were able to kind of put it, after we were done tapping, we put a lid back on the box and put it away for another time.
Both Clements and Volks experienced childhood trauma which influenced their substance use disorder. Jason Pritchard is a peer recovery specialist for Savita Health, a chain of clinics that treat people suffering from addiction, particularly in Virginia and Tennessee. Jason specializes in areas with higher poverty and where labor injuries lead to opioid prescriptions.
So they kind of build on top of each other. So you have poverty, then you have trauma, then you have ACEs, then you have mental health, then you have addiction. And so it's just a compounding problem.
For many inmates, a big part of the recovery process includes being open about their story.
Well, since I've just gotten here, this is literally the first time I've ever even said that story, but I'm able to say that without crying and feeling bad and feeling like it is my fault now. Like, this is literally my first time telling the story, so it has helped.
For VCU Insight and the newsroom at VCU, my name is Jimmy Sidney.